Oh, he didn't do very. Oh, did he slide back down there? Oh dear.
Getting up there.
Yes. They need the photo out already.
Get too slippery probably as well. Quite. They just wear it down so it goes flat.
Yeah, I think that's. It's almost all flat there, isn't it?
Always get there, yeah. Always going to have that or going to over the side. Oh, the other one's stuck now. The other one's having trouble now.
Yeah. Oh dear.
He's having trouble getting out that one.
But in fact, it's probably the first two have actually gone over that particular one.
And that's the tank full of mud on that one. On the turret.
Makes you want to be, doesn't it? Jordan MOT. There was a company I worked for. The boss had a armoured personnel carrier tank, mini track vehicle, and it had rubber tracks on it, and because it was on. More of a hindrance to yourself than it is to anybody else. Hey? Yes, I hope you expect. You build a sophisticated vehicle to protect your soldiers, i.e. things. They're going to go in the store. You've got to survive from an IED. That's all you need.
And if your attention to the main arena, ladies and gentlemen, the FV4005 is currently on its way round the arena.
Is he going to try and get through the obstacles?
This vehicle is based on the Centurion chassis and a big naval gun plastered on the top of it. .183mm gun on the top. It looks like he's going to try and get him up there. Take a lot of power on that. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Sent here by David, 183mm, reused off a gun that was already available. As you know, as a lot of people might know, that one thing the British Army don't like doing, it's making new turrets. So if they can reuse them, they did, and it worked a treat on this. As you can see, you know, quite obviously excessively high tank compared to most. That's due to obviously needing extra room in the turret for the crew, as there's a 4-man crew for the turret alone. Each round in it weighed about 72 kilos, so requiring, as I said, 2 to pick it up and load. It had a 2-part round, so it had the gun, well, the actual round, and then the thing that went in.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a 6-month restoration project through the Tank Museum in Bovingdon. I think we can all agree on the spectacular effort put in by Joe and his team. I know there's been quite a few sleepless nights running this up and running, ready for Tank Fest, and then they've got and brought it up here for us. It's been supported by World of Tanks to get this to this stage, and it has to be said, they have done a really great job of it. Well done, lads. 2, 2, 2, 2. And that's the FV4005, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to know more information about that and the team that restored her, up on the right hand side as you look at the arena is the big heavy tank hall, part of the arena. They're situated up on the right hand side there. Most of them tanks are up there with the Chieftains, the T34, the T72, all around that area. All the guys to speak to about that particular restoration. Most of the vehicles that you see around site today will be labours of love for a lot of people. Where the helicopter is the Armageddon team. The vehicles that they have on the side there are full restorations, some from scrap. Mostly from scrap, to be fair, to the current state. The vehicles that Armageddon are showing at the moment are movie stars, so they've been in Saving Private Ryan.
I'm not quite as knowledgeable in that as the ASOS 90, so I will leave that to Dave in a minute.
It's a very, very capable vehicle. The chassis, the engine, everything is the same, and the top is modular, designed to do a various selection of tasks, whether it be from mortar, personnel carrying, medivac and artillery. Looks like we're going to have a drag race, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's always one that does it in reverse. And you'll notice it's just going to attack these ditches in front of the arena. These ditches are dug out as almost infantry trenches. And this is to demonstrate the Warriors' capability of significant obstacle negotiation. And a little bit like the 432 has various variants of it, the Warrior has as well. So you can have a Warrior variant of a recovery vehicle. They do various classes of it for the various different jobs within the British Army that they have. So again, it's another modular British Army special where they've just taken a staple and done lots with it. If you're wondering about the engine noise taking place behind you as you're looking at the arena, that is the Meteor engine being ticked over. He demonstrates that a couple of times a day if you want to go and have a look at it.
Which makes it quite good at hiding behind cover, difficult for allies to spot. They're having another drag race by the looks of it. Once again, the Warrior easily pulling well ahead of the T72.
That one, cheap.
As a Warrior's designed to get in and out of a battlefield quickly, just to recon and drop off troops or pick them up if needed. Deploying the smoke screen there. So the M32 there going up one of the hills. It's quite a treat to have that today. There are very, very few M32s left in the world, let alone fully driving ones. So we've been a pleasant surprised to have it here. As you can see, the M32 is based atop of a Sherman chassis. That is the only difference between the M32 and the M31. Entering on the left side of the arena is our T34. As well as another Willys Jeep by the looks of it. Looks like the M36 might have a go at the trench obstacles. So the M36 is based on the M10 chassis, which was also designated the role of tank destroyer. That saw use in the early part of the war, however it wasn't very well liked by the crews, and after D-Day they did request to have full use of the M36. As you can see, it's got an open turret on the top, so it was susceptible to grenade attacks if we was close to enemy ground troops. So here we have the T34 rolling around the arena, just come around the front. The T34 was given two main designations, which was T34-76 and the T34-85, which correspond to the caliber gun in millimeters that the tank had. So I think this is the 76mm one. One of the most mass-produced tanks of the Second World War. That and the Sherman got extended beds. Some of them have covered tops, and that was what made the Jeep so good. It was so versatile, you could adapt it so quickly. You could have it with the cover on top, you could have it with a 30 cal, a 50 cal, any real gun you could fit on top. There was probably a Willys Jeep that had one with it. Looks like the M36 is going up one of the obstacles. As you might already be able to tell, the Willys Jeep is probably one of the most numerous vehicles you'll see at any military show. That's just due to the sheer number that were built, that number being at just over 500,000 Jeeps are built. And it looks like he's gotten stuck just at the top. Give him a round of applause for getting up, everyone. And there's a Jeep just going up the other hill at the back there. Looks like he might attempt this one. Yep, he's going to attempt this one. He's mastered how to get out there now. There's the M36 just going over that obstacle. Its turret turned to face towards the audience. So that's where you can really see the size of that 90mm gun on it. As a tank destroyer, the M36 has quite thin armour in spots. However, that makes up for it with its speed, sometimes in certain situations reaching up to 40 miles an hour when needed. Also, as well as its main gun, you can see on the top an assortment of heavy machine guns, obviously the 50 cal face in the rear and the 30 cal facing forward. You can have any assortment you like. You could have a 30 cal front and back, 250 cals. The choice is really the crew's.
Now we've had the Willys Jeep. Get a steamroller up there.
Here it is, doing another one of the obstacles. You might not quite be able to see from where you stood, but that hill there is probably about 12 foot. So if you're wondering why some of these smaller vehicles are struggling to get up, that'll be why. It's quite a large hill. Here's a T34 riding around the front of the arena. Quite a noisy tank compared to the M36.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the heavy armour is now moving into the main arena. There will be 6 chieftains following in succession with each other. The Berlin Brigade at the front, followed by Desert Storm Chieftain. And then a few more taking the rear along with the T72. Cold War era vehicles. As I mentioned earlier, the Berlin Brigade one that's bringing up the front of the procession, painted in such a colour scheme so that to patrol the Berlin Wall back in the Cold War era. There's one of them, a 432 and ferrets, all kitted out in the same colour scheme. It's a good demonstration of the sideways panels and how they compare to one another in the various marks that we have showing to you today, guys. The Chieftain is was the mainstay of the British Army, the main battle tank for many, many years throughout the Cold War and beyond. Its main service in battles. And we give a nice wave and applause for the Chieftains as they go by for the first time. A lot of these tanks are in original condition from the British Army. Some have been restored to living condition by a few enthusiasts. A.W. Hewes and the team over on the right hand side there, who were responsible for the FB 4005, have restored quite a few of them. Richard Hunt has the Desert Storm one that is virtually fully functional from the point of source from the British Army. They're all equipped here with a Leland L60 multi-fueled multi-stroke piston engine, 750 horsepower per vehicle. They've got a 120mm rifle gun as a main armament, night vision and a whole host of infrared and all kinds of various bits and bobs inside. And of course we've all seen the British Army making their hot cup of tea with the onboard kettle. A very, very, very important addition to any British main battle tank. In the centre of the arena, on the first obstacle in front of you, is the first Chieftain making his way over the big obstacle. It's important to remember and understand the driver's perspective of this. Once you start climbing that obstacle, your driver has no visibility other than the sky in front of him, which I can tell you from personal experience is very disconcerting. Going over the main trenches now in front of you. These trenches are about a metre wide, a metre and a half deep, and about 3 to 4 metres long, as well as the bundle of dirt mound to combat afterwards. It just shows that the old infantry aspect of trench warfare really did die a death after the First World War, with the advent of armoured vehicles in World War II. It completely changed the battlefield, and this just highlights just why that kind of warfare is out of date. On the far left of the arena, in the Fury Chieftain tank going by, it's a very deep obstacle. And you could have seen, if you've just noticed, that the gun has made a hole in that embankment. And he now has to question if he sets a round off with a blocked muzzle or not. Let's see if the second vehicle going through this obstacle, where his gun is, whether or not they're going to try it. He's put his gun off to the side, so that might help massively with this obstacle. Let's see if the barrel hits the obstacle in front. Oh, he's just missed it. No need to do any gardening today, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Lots of power. Yes. It does make a wonderful noise when it's cranking up the power to get out of the obstacles, don't they? On the top of the mound at the back, you can see Richard's Desert Storm. Lizzie is doing a turret revolution demonstration. fully functional turret on that machine, all optics intact, ready to do fire should it need to. As the barrel goes by, give him a nice wave at the barrel as he aims it at you. Try not to annoy him just in case he shoots. Meantime, enjoy the Chieftains as they go speeding around, enjoying that lovely engine noise and the smell. You gotta love the smell sometimes. If you don't like the smell, you've come to the wrong show, really. Berlin Brigade is going to attempt the plateau. Easy. Well, let's hope they don't get stuck on one of them platforms. That does not look like it would provide an easy recovery from an elevated position. I'm no Royal Engineer, but I think that might be problematic. I kind of hope it is the case now, to be honest, just to see if they did come do it. Okay, gentlemen, whenever you are ready, please feel free to chant and cheer for your favourite. They do like to hear a loud crowd. Go!
I think We Love Jack's mum is in the lead.
Come on, Jack's mum! Come on, Jack's mum! You can do it! We love you, Jack's mum! Come on, Jack's mum! We love you! Go on! And Jack's mum takes the win, followed by Dickie's Chieftain. And the Berlin Brigade followed by Fury. Well done, gentlemen, well done. Give them a loud round of applause. Seb and his team and Dickie and all the Chieftains as they come by. Well done, guys. Unfortunately, the Allies have been outgunned, outflanked, and completely overwhelmed.
No, that's the tank trips.
Oh. They really are widely screwed in.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The German superiority has reigned over this Allied force